Morning, I'm Camilla Tominey, Associate Editor of The Telegraph. Where to begin with conference today after the U-turn over the scrapping of the 45 pence tax rate? The mood here isn't great, and the trouble is that Margaret Thatcher famously said in 1980 at this conference, "U-turn if you want to, this lady's not for turning." The whole point about Liz Truss's shtick is that she's meant to be the heir to Thatcher, someone who doesn't care about negative publicity, who's going to stick with her economic plan come what may. In U-turning over this, although it might appease some in the party, it might appease Michael Gove and others, you have to ask yourself, well, who does Michael Gove represent these days? I was at a dinner with heavyweights last night who were basically saying on Wednesday what the Prime Minister needed to do is dig her heels in, justify the reasons for this economic plan, say that it's not just a tax cut for the rich but also for everyone, talk about the fact, which by the way has been completely lost, that this government has bailed out the public with billions of pounds worth of money towards reducing their energy bills, all of which has been lost in the furore over this mini budget. So I think we can all agree, as Penny Mordaunt said yesterday, that the policy ideas aren't bad, but the comms have been dreadful, and that's a problem. But the bigger problem for Liz Truss is this. She might have appeased some in her party that really don't have that much standing. But in turning on the 45p rate, what she's done is turned against her supporters. Only last night we had the likes of Cabinet Ministers Jacob Rees-Mogg and others saying the lady's not for turning. This morning they now look like idiots. You've got grassroots supporters who, even though it might be unpopular on the doorstep, have been supporting this policy and wading in behind the Prime Minister. You've got 2019 intakers who are up in red wall seats, who are actually trying to make the economic argument to those voters that used to vote for Labour. You're going to be poorer under Keir Starmer. You're not just going to lose your house because of interest rates going up, you might also lose your jobs. The Labour Party are economically incompetent. But if you're U-turning and you're not the lady who stands for her own ideas and stands up for herself, then what do you stand for? And that's the biggest problem here. So to conclude, I'd say this is not going well for the Conservative Party. Conference mood generally is pretty downbeat. I mean, opinions are ranging from they are completely swear word come the next election to, we've got 2 years to turn it round. But I'd suggest that the first 2 days haven't exactly inspired confidence in Birmingham.